What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Room. This is episode number 38, and we're coming off the back of a brilliant episode, really. Our first league win of the season came against Fulham. We then drew with Everton away before that amazing night. Our return to Champions League football, a win in the Allianz Stadium, beating Juventus on match day one. Benjamin Farmer scoring a 90th minute winner in what was our 100th game in charge. Poetic. You cannot write that. Absolutely fantastic. But we look to return to winning ways in the league today after the draw with Everton. We host Burnley, Vincent Kompany's Burnley. A couple changes to the side. Talisca is dropped, as well as Soufal, and Maguire comes back into the side. Isak, after not scoring for the first couple of games, has 3 in 3 now, so he is on good form. Burnley, 14 for the moment, 1 win in their first 4, just like us actually. So they're just a point behind us, looking to stay in the league after they got promoted last season. We get off to a great start here. Ben Burton Diaz also coming into the side today. He scored a hat-trick in this fixture last season. Obviously, I don't know if you remember, but we actually battered Burnley in both fixtures. We beat them on an aggregate score of 11-1. Brennan Johnson scoring a hat-trick away, and Burton Diaz scoring a hat-trick in the home fixture. He would get on the score sheet here. A nice finish early doors to make it 1-0. We would be all over the Clarets in the first half, creating plenty of chances. Isak, Sayankov found Isak, and then the keeper saved. But those two would not be denied, and Isak would get his 4th goal in 3 games. Sayankov again finding him, getting to the byline, cutting it back, and the Swede makes it 4 goals on the season for him already. Absolutely loving him, to be honest. He is a brilliant striker, and I'm very happy with that purchase. Henderson would be forced into a save injury time in the first half, and then the second half, Burnley would carry on their bit of momentum from the end of the first half, forcing him into a good save. And then with just under 20 minutes to go, the Clarets would actually halve the deficit here. Eric Durm, the German fullback, gets in the box and then beats Henderson near post. Dean will be disappointed with that, but nevertheless, we still lead 2-1. And with Kompany's men pushing forward, we make a couple of attacking subs. Awonyi and Farmer, Farmer obviously the hero from the Champions League game in midweek. We bring both of them on with 10 minutes to go. Awonyi immediately involved just 3 minutes later, attempting a bicycle kick, which was very well saved by Muric. Benjamin Farmer would swing in the resulting corner, and Maguire, he almost got his first goal of the season in the last episode, having a shot cleared off the line. He does get his first goal of the season here. Captain fantastic, back in the side today, makes it 3-1 with 7 minutes to go, and that should seal the victory. Benjamin Farmer with an assist soon after coming on. Muric, after making a really good save, doesn't cover himself in glory there. Should be saving that. It trickles over the line, and we see ourselves take a 3-1 lead. And then just a few minutes later, the two subs combine again. Farmer finding Awonyi. Awonyi cuts inside, and ooh, what a finish that is, by the way. Curling effort from Taiwo. Golden Boot winner last season. I think that's his 3rd goal of the season, I want to say. A very nice finish, and after Burnley had a bit of push at the end of the first half and the start of the second half, they reduced the deficit to 1. We would bag another couple late goals, and the subs made really big impact. I don't want to toot my own horn, but Awonyi 1 goal, Farmer 2 assists in 9 minutes. Love that. It's another victory for us, and after the opening day defeat, we are now 4 unbeaten, 2 wins, 2 draws, and we're looking a lot better in the league as well, as we are now sat in 7th. So very good league position after a disappointing first game. We're in a tight group though, a tight group of teams on 8 points. As we look at the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, which will be our next fixture, we face Brentford at home. We actually played Brentford in our first ever cup game, if you remember, an away fixture in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. We did in fact win that game. I think we then played Brentford later on in the league, like a week or so later, and we lost that game. But yeah, a couple of fringe players, Omar Richards and Omer Fernandez, asking if they could get into the squad today. Fernandez probably not, but Richards, I'll definitely try and give him a run out. I really like Richards. He's just, to be honest, he's probably on par with Perot actually, despite being 3 ratings lower. I'm a big fan of his. As we head into the game at the City grounds, you would have seen there, I'm on that last victory against Burnley was my 50th as manager of Nottingham Forest. So 50 wins in 101 games. I think that's a very good return, personally. 11 changes made to this side as we head into the Carabao Cup. Perot and Bella Kotchap and Jack Butland all make their first appearances of the season in any form. And then this made me laugh, actually. This might have been the quickest booking I've ever seen on this game. Matthias Jensen picked up a yellow card in the first minute, just taking out Maxime Lopez straight from kickoff. Bit of a weird one there. Brentford actually started stronger. Butland had to come up with a clutch save to deny Brentford from point blank range. And then after Yates had a shot go wide, Brentford would take the lead. The Bees buzzing around the edge of the box. And Brian Mbeumo, such a dangerous figure up top, his strike would fly into the near post. Brennan Johnson had a really good chance to give us to bring us level. His header went well wide though. The Welsh forward, who starred so much in the first 2 seasons, has only played a bit part so far this campaign. He would have an effort at the start of the second half that would fly just wide. Before just over 10 minutes into the second half, Lopez would find Taiwo Awonyi, and he continues his hot form. A goal off the bench against Fulham on the weekend. He now brings us level as we make a couple of changes. Cyankov, Richards and Isak all on, and a couple of those subs involved straight away. Cyankov finding Richards, who then finds Awonyi for his second of the game. He absolutely thumps this home. Fantastic finish from Awonyi. He has 2, we have 2, and all of a sudden we're in the driving seat in the Carabao Cup third round. Butland would have to make a huge save 15 minutes to go from a corner. A really, really smart save from Butland. And then with Brentford pushing on, the space would be there behind. Ryan Yates, probably not the man you want through on a one-on-one. His left-footed shot goes way wide. But with 10 minutes to go, we would seal the victory. Cyankov, another one of the subs involved, lofting a ball into Awonyi, and the Nigerian gets his head to the ball to score his first hat-trick of the season. A great finish, actually, off the head into the far corner. And then deep into injury time, Isak had the chance to get on the score sheet himself. Awonyi finding his strike partner, but the volley goes just wide, actually. Should have done a lot better. But it doesn't matter. That is it. That's full time. A 3-1 win. Come from behind victory. Brentford took the lead through Brian Mbeumo's nice finish, actually, in the first half. Taiwo Awonyi scores a second half hat-trick to give us a 3-1 lead and send us to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. A cup that we obviously, if you remember, made the semi-finals of last season. We lost to Leeds over 2 legs in the semis, the eventual winners, actually. So let's hope that we can at least reach that stage this season, if not the final, as we look at the draw for the 4th round. And we will travel to Championship side Coventry, who actually, in real life, have a Championship playoff final coming up this weekend and against Luton. What a fantastic final that is. Coventry, old school Premier League team. Luton, one of the teams that voted for the Premier League to be the form it is and then got relegated that season. So have not technically played a season in the Premier League. Obviously known for having such a small stadium as well. That game I cannot wait to watch. I'm happy for either of those sides to be promoted into the Premier League. But we will face Coventry away in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. As we enter the 3rd and final game of the episode, it is Aston Villa away. The Villains, who we actually have a really good record at Villa Park. We've won all 3 visits here, so let's hope that we can continue that form. 11 changes from the Cup, a more recognised side heading into this league fixture. Villa bottom, 0 wins out of 5, 2 draws, 3 defeats. So, of course, Villa take the lead. Everything pointing into a Forest win, and so yeah, it's just one of those games where you play against a side who are in awful form and they just batter you. They just absolutely batter you. We played Juventus away and we dominated them, a team that we should have been dominated by, and then we go and play a team who are bottom of the league with no wins and we can barely get out of our own half. John McGinn giving the Villains a very early goal, the captain netting just 8 minutes in after a smart backheel from Danny Ings. They would then just absolutely pepper our goal. Henderson had to be proper on it. In the second half, Benjamin Farmer came on and was immediately involved. His shot saved by Walter in the goal before Farmer would get on the score sheet. A nice cut back, and he bags his first Premier League goal this season, and he's just having I can feel it already. We contemplated that Sporting Lisbon deal. We rejected the bid for Farmer. Obviously, West Ham came in for him as well. I I was thinking about it because even though he has a lot of promise, I wasn't sure where his best position was. We decided to keep him. We converted him to a cam, and already he's come up with some huge goals for us. Well, talking about huge goals, Villa would win it in the 90th minute. Villa, ironically, their striker, come in off the bench, Sebastian Villa, and with a nice finish, getting around Henderson in the 90th minute to send the home fans in absolute elation. And we had 90th minute Haseen's last episode against Juventus. We have it in the reverse way here. Villa get the 2-1 victory through their striker Sebastian Villa. And it's the first win of the season for the Villains, and it's the first time we've come to Villa Park and not won a game. Disappointing for sure, obviously, considering their league position and considering we've been on pretty decent form in the league, unbeaten in 4. We now go to 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, and all of a sudden it's a bit stagnated. Not very happy with it at all, as we sit 8th in the league. Still not too bad, but we're actually only, there's about 6 or 7 teams there that are on 8 points. We're at the top of that pile, so we need to pick up some wins very quickly. Hopefully we could do that in the next episode, but that will be it for today's episode 38. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop it a like if you did, and I'll catch you in episode 39 very soon.